The Australian Camp Oven Festival will bring thousands of visitors, campers and die-hard devoted camp oven cooks to Millmerran next weekend. But in the town, the party has already started, or it's certainly about to, probably about a week early next week. Nikki MacQueen can tell us more. She's president of the Millmerran Commerce and Progress Association. Nikki, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, David, and thank you for having me.
How good was it to get some rain overnight and yesterday, Nikki, I have to ask?
Well, David, I'm a farmer and I love rain. We had 30 mil at my place, and from what I hear, there's 22 millimetres near the showgrounds. So that will certainly lay the dust prior to the festival because we really needed it.
And I guess green things up a little bit. I would imagine people are going to come regardless, but having a tinge of green is always an attractive thing to look upon.
Yeah, absolutely, and it saves a job for those organisers trying to get the dust laid and make it a bit more pleasant for people. And we all love green.
That is terrific. Well, that is just what the doctor ordered, and might be a little bit more floating around today with a bit of luck. Nikki, tell me about, before we talk about the Camp Oven Festival itself and the impact on the town, tell me about the Progress Association's decision to, you like to sort of give people plenty to do in the lead up to the Camp Oven Festival, so right throughout next week. Tell me a little bit more.
Well, it's actually the organisations and community groups of Millmerran have capitalised on the amazing amount of people coming into town. So there's a huge program of events leading into it. I have got them listed, David. Are we going to go through what's going on?
Well, I mentioned it's probably too long a list to go through each and everyone, but talk me through some of the highlights of things that are happening and have been organised for next week ahead of the actual Camp Oven Festival.
Oh, there's plenty to do. It's hard to pick, really. We've got Landcare's got bus tours for they're visiting 3 rural properties for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we're really catering to these new people coming into town and showcasing what we can do. There's arts and crafts. Asking people to bring a billy for the camp oven billy competition so they can decorate it. So that's happening on Wednesday morning. We've got on Wednesday night, there's a social dance, which is hugely popular. There's a barbecue that starts before that, and then the Wednesday night dance is from 6 to 10. And then on Thursday, the Broxburn Music Club comes out to Rocky Creek Hall when there's a bus leaving from the showgrounds for that. And there's also Waiting for Brenda being presented by the Millmerran Arts Council at the Cultural Centre from 7 to 9:30. And Social Bowls is also happening on that night. And then on Friday, Commerce is putting on a busking competition in downtown Millmerran at our business district in Campbell Street. And the buskers perform from 9:30 to 11:30. And then the Ethan Byfield Trio performs in Domville Place from 11:30 to 3. And the town just comes alive with people and music and, just such a joyful time, and everybody's happy. It's great. And there's a street stall also being held by the Iliffe Auxiliary where you can, full of homemade goodies and treats that's operating in the stall. And then Commerce is also our management committee on Tuesday is having a meet and greet happy hour with the early campers. So this is where we're going to have a cool drink and a cheese platter and welcome them to our town. So we really appreciate, what President Mary Bailey and her team have done for our town and brought, there's going to be over 8,500 people into town over the weekend, which is extraordinary. You just, events are so difficult and it's all run by volunteers, and we're just so grateful to that team.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's huge influx of people and obviously influx of money into the town's economy, which is fantastic. But I reckon they'd all be pretty chuffed to almost be getting the red carpet laid out for them in terms of that welcome drink and a personal welcome on the Friday evening. That's a terrific idea.
Yeah, we did it last year, because it's a biannual event. So we did it 2 years ago, and we really enjoyed it. And I think we gave them, some merchandise from our Commerce Committee, and we said, thanks for coming. And it's just it's a nice way of saying thank you, and also giving them a bit of history about the town and also what we do, because we're a very active group. We've got lots on the go, and like these people, they could be looking for, a sea change or a tree change, and they realise that Millmerran's such a friendly, inviting place, and who knows, they might jump ship and come and live here.
Has that happened in the past? Because obviously, you as you've touched on there, it is very much a trend at the moment, particularly with real estate prices and whatever the driver might be. People are increasingly in their retirement or in their just looking for a change in life, relocating from the big smoke to little spots. Have you heard of that happening based on people visiting for the Camp Oven Festival?
Well, I'm not sure about people visiting for the Camp Oven Festival, but we certainly haven't had an influx of people. It's difficult to find anywhere to rent, and as soon as places come up for sale in town, they're sold. Millmerran is busting at the seams. We've got more stores opening than closing in Millmerran, so we're doing very well. It's a great place to live.
That's brilliant. That is a good problem to have, if you can call it a problem at all. That is fantastic. Tell me a little bit about the Camp Oven Festival itself. I mean, it's every 2 years. It's a major money spinner, and I guess vibe booster for the town. But how long's it been going for now?
Oh, David, I'm actually not on the committee. I wear a few hats, and the Camp Oven Committee is not one of them. But from memory, I think it was 1997. It started off, very humble beginnings, and now, it's developed into this extraordinary event. All, like I said, all run by volunteers, and there's been some big movers and shakers of the area beyond the committee, and as president and on the management committees. As soon as they finish this one, they'll start organising the next one. And thank goodness it is only 2 years, because, there is such a thing called burnout. And when you look at like the Big Red Bash, and they're not going to operate next year because everyone needs a break, and it seems to be that the busy people get the jobs. So
that's right.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. It's absolutely amazing for what it does, what the Camp Oven brings to our town. We are so eternally grateful.
And I guess the good thing about it is, and I presume this is part of the wisdom of putting on, a week's worth of events in the lead up to it, is that I'm not saying it's only grey nomads that come to the Camp Oven Festival, because obviously, people come from a variety of different backgrounds, retired, not retired, old, young, whatever. But a lot of the grey nomads do tend to arrive early and then stick around a little bit longer because they've got plenty of time on their hands. So that makes it an extra good boost, and that makes it them that they want a little bit of entertainment before the actual Camp Oven Festival itself.
Absolutely. And they actually even I know that they line up. There's people, because the camp, there's 1,200 sites, and they're allocated, like everybody has to book in prior, and so they're allocated their sites. So it's not first in, best dressed. It's actually an orderly line and operation to be taken. So they line up and they wait for their spot, and they go and get their camp all sorted and everything, and then so if you work on 1,200 sites and say 2.5 people per caravan, that's 3,000 people that are going to be coming into the showgrounds, and we have got a spectacular showgrounds. It's very well equipped, and when you think about those amount of people, and you've got to entertain them and try and look after them and give them the best possible experience, it certainly does take some organising, and it's great that all these groups are getting together and being able to capitalise, I guess, on it. And Commerce, with the support from our local businesses, we've organised a free shuttle bus that operates from Wednesday right through to Sunday, bringing people in and out of the showgrounds down to our business district, and so that they can go and do their shopping and have a look around and enjoy what we have to offer.
That is fantastic. I would imagine. I was initially thinking just the baristas and the people in your coffee shops there, but now pretty much all the retail shop owners would have to be out just before they open up their doors, limbering up, doing their stretches, getting ready, making sure they're primed and ready for the hard labour they're in for. It's going to be a very busy time.
Very busy, and we also have a competition for like the best dressed business, like the storefronts, and so we try and do the best we possibly can for the people that are coming into town. So but I also we have our Arts Council has curated a vintage hand saws display by local craftsman Paul Britton, and that's at our Millmerran Library. So that's Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that's another thing that's going to be around. And of course, we've got our bowls club and our golf club open, and the Millmerran Museum. Oh, I'm trying to squeeze as much as I possibly can in with you, David. I don't miss anybody.
We can all we can say is rest assured if any of the visitors get there early, or if people from Toowoomba want to go down or anywhere else around want to go down throughout the week before the Camp Oven Festival starts, they will not be bored. Put it that way.
No. And have a look at the website. The ACOF, Australian Camp Oven Festival website, is quite comprehensive and has, all the information that people need.
Fantastic. It is going to be a boom time in Millmerran. Nikki, a pleasure to have a chat to you, and hopefully it reaps the same results. And I should say, because when we say, it churn so much into the local economy, it's true, and that's good, but we don't want to sound money hungry, because it also just makes Millmerran a really sort of vibey place to be, and so it does so much for the town that it's not just the economic boost, but hopefully it will be as good, if not better, than it was 2 years ago. But a pleasure to have a chat to you.
Good on you, David, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity and to showcase Millmerran. Appreciate it.
No worries, Nikki. Have a top day.
All right.